What's up, guys? Boogie back again. So, guys, I got a long, I don't know, it's not many, so don't worry. We're not going to be too long, but it's a buffet of great, great videos we're going to be reviewing. I do this with you guys. So, shout out to you guys, everybody that supports me, everybody that subscribes to my channel, all the videos that you share, all the videos you comment on, some of you guys who like my perspectives, my opinions. I'm just here to give my opinions, maybe entertaining every now and then, but most importantly, that hopefully you guys can understand that if you're going through some of the experiences that I talk about, the women talk about, the men talk about when it comes to dating, just know you're not alone, right? The dating streets are cooked. So as always, I don't finish all the videos. I'll put the links in the description. All right. So, guys, some of you say, oh, Boogie, you talk too much, you post too much. Guys, let me make one thing clear. I make commentary reaction content, which means I see something, I give my perspective on it. I'm not one of these channels that just watches a video with the audience. And if that was the case, you might as well just go to the original video. But I'm hoping you are here to watch a video, a little bit of a video, and then hear my perspective as well. And then you can either disagree or agree. I don't mind if you don't agree with my perspective, but I have to talk. I have to give my commentary. I have to give my reaction. That is the fair use rule. That's how you use someone's content. I'm not one of these channels that literally, plays the video and never talks. I'm going to give my perspective. One time I may talk for 10 seconds. Sometimes I may talk for a minute. But at the end of the day, I am a reaction commentary type of channel, giving opinions and, just how I see things, dissect whatever I watch with you guys. So hopefully, for some of you who are on board, you understand where I'm coming from. And then I go above and beyond and give credit to all the people I react to. I put their channels, their links to the original videos, to the original channels in the description, not in the comments. Click in the description of the video. Go under there if you want to watch the original video without listening to what Boogie has to say. But if you are on my channel, chances are you want to hear what Boogie has to say. Sometimes I can go on a rant. That's because I react to some of this content, actually to 99% of the content in real time. I watch it with you guys. So my commentary, my reactions are literally original. It's not like I watched the video prior and then I come to you. Now I may watch this a little bit of the first 10 seconds to see if there's any lessons and things we can talk about with you guys. But other than that, all my reactions are literally original because I watched the video with you guys. So without further ado, let's go into it. This first lady is holding women accountable, and anytime black women get held accountable, they don't like it because for them, they believe they're queens, they never do no wrong. And even when a woman holds them another accountable, they turn on the woman because the sisterhood, she's breaking the sister code. So this woman is gonna hold women accountable, and we'll go through the comments. You will see how some of the comments didn't like it. So without further ado, let's go.
We are not men. We're not men. And I'm so tired every time the conversation comes up about how we can be better as women, whether that's fitness, our health, looking put together, and keeping up with ourselves and our appearance. Every time those conversations come up, there's always multiple women who are like, well, men don't have to do that. Why are you telling me I should look put together all the time? Men can walk around looking like this and smelling like that, even when it comes to health and fitness. I saw a girl say, me being unfit, me being fat pretty much, is my Uno reverse on the men who was able to have beer bellies and be fat and still had a wife and a family. Like, what?
I'm just glad it's a woman talking about it because if when men try to hold women accountable, you guys know how it goes. They're either gonna call you gay, sassy, they're gonna say you hate women, how dare you, you can't tell me what to do, you know. Black women, it seems like it's only their boss who can tell them what to do. A black woman's boss can tell her to make him a coffee and she will do it. But the husband could tell her the same thing, and she'll be like, "You're not the father. You're not my father. You're not the boss of me." So I'm glad women are starting to speak up. I'm glad other women are starting to hold other women accountable. And I gotta say, man, she looks good. So she knows what she's talking about. If she's talking about women getting in shape, she's in shape. She looks good. Skin is glowing. Maybe there's makeup, but I don't think it's too much makeup. But she looks good. So shout out to this lady.
What are you talking in Uno reverse on men? We're talking about your health. Your health is for you and only affects you, my dear. Like what? I never said my dear in my life. That's how like upsetting this is. Cause what? Like, what
Mm-hmm.
are we talking about? Even when I talk about always looking put together, keeping up with yourself, do your hair, do your nails, do your lashes, wear something cute, put on some gloss and mascara just because. I always get the well, guys can walk around and look like crap and da da da. Okay, and
Yeah, they want to be men so bad. But it's funny because they want the equality with men, but when it comes to paying those bills, oh no, now they don't want to be men. Now they tell you a real man will pay my bills. But baby girl, you just said we are the same. 2 minutes ago you said what a man can do, a woman can do. So now that the check has come, we're on a date. Now that the check has come, also now you don't want to be equal no more. You guys seen some of those, I think they're like parodies or skits and comedy videos that literally try to explain how feminists think, and they show that when a check comes, for some strange reason, feminists don't want to be feminists anymore. Usually, even when a feminist goes out on a date with a man, the feminist will scream strong, independent, and all these things. And then when the check comes and the guy, tries to go 50-50, I can guarantee you she's never going to see you again. She will say a man should pay for the bill. So I like what she's saying. Number one, because, like I said before, a woman is holding other women accountable. But number two, she's exposing women's double standards. Because a woman will literally tell a man, you should go work, make money, be a provider. And a man will say, you should, get in shape and look good for me. And women will be like, no, I will never do nothing for a man. I will never lose weight for a man. So if you never lose weight to look good for a man, then the man shouldn't have to work 60, 80 hours to provide for you. Is that fair, ladies?
good for them. We are not men. I do not live by men's standards in the sense of, oh, they can do this and they can't do that. So that means I can do this and I can't do that. No, we are different. And that is okay. I feel like it's become like taboo to admit that men and women are different, but we're different. There's nothing wrong with
Mm-hmm.
that.
It
And
is
I'm
taboo.
tired of people bringing up men when we're talking about how to be better as women.
Yeah. And it goes further. It goes into the relationships. Sometimes you as a man, you will tell your girl, try to hold her accountable about something she did that you don't like, and she will bring up something you did 3 years ago. It's like, baby girl, can we just talk about what we have going on right now? If you felt something about whatever I did yesterday, you should have told me about it yesterday. But now that I'm trying to hold you accountable, you are bringing back the past.
You have women saying we should be fit, we should keep up with ourselves, and other
Hmm.
women are combating that
Yeah.
for the sake of not pleasing a man. Like I feel like we've taken the decenter men to a level that it should have never gotten to,
They
because
have.
what are you talking about?
In fact, it's not even just hating men. It's the fact that they want men to accept them the way they are. Accept me with my attitude, accept me with talking over you, accept me with snatching souls and putting fingers in your face, accept me with being aggressive and masculine. Like accept me the way I am. But you as a man, I'm not gonna accept you for being 5'6". I'm not gonna accept you for not being 6'5". I'm not gonna accept you if you don't make six figures, right? I'm not gonna accept you if you don't have hair, you know. Us the baldies, apparently it's like God cursed us or something. Like the double standard. It's like they want men to accept them the way they are, the beautiful angels who are perfect. But you as a man, they're never gonna accept you the way you are. Let's go through the comments because some comments are great, but you're gonna see how some women will completely disagree with her. Look at this lady. She's like, my takeaway is that some women are tired of being held to a higher standard than men. What do you mean to a higher standard than men? Between men and women, who has higher standards for the other? Who has a longer list of things they need in the other? Women have thousands and thousands of things they need from a man. Even then, it's sometimes not enough. Even then, sometimes they're gonna claim they're not happy. And then she goes on saying, because being a woman, especially if you're in a relationship and have kids, is exhausting. Duh! What, you were supposed to have kids and just, what, throw a party every single day? It's part of having kids, the same way the man has to work 60, 80 hours. Most guys will be okay working 40 hours when they're single, but the moment the kids come in and they have a woman, now they gotta work sometimes double the hours to try to make up the difference of the money they need to feed the whole family. And then she says, we don't all have to be the same. But if we're going to hold women to a higher standard, we should hold men to a higher standard. The issue is men don't even hold you to a higher standard. The things men ask you to do are literally things you should already be doing for yourself. To be in shape and to look good, like those are literally things adults should be doing. Like go to the gym, eat healthy foods, and look good. That's it. But for a man, you want him to to turn himself from a 5'7" guy into a LeBron James. You want a man to turn himself from a 50,000-year-old man, a 50,000-year-old earning no $50,000 a year man into a Jeff Bezos. Those are things. Those are what we call higher standards. I don't even know what she's talking about. So that's one lady who disagrees. This lady says, I've never said this, nor did I think this is this is why I was doing it, but you just pulled my card. I'm definitely going to go out of my way to take care of me, you see, even if it's just hair, lipstick, until I know how to do the full game. Even on my lazy days, it's a form of self-love. You guys have seen women walking out here with bonnets and just looking crazy. Am I saying most guys look good all the time? No, but the difference is men are not judged by just how they look completely, so we have just that in our favor. But anyway, man, shout out to this lady. She looks good, so it was gonna be easy to react to her. All right, next we're gonna go all the way to Lapif. You guys like when I do my Lapif reactions? Shout out to Lapif. Maybe one day I'll get to the panel, but until then we gotta talk about it, so let's go.
It's this narrative that like femininity and masculinity is very much so a box. Like, okay, perfect example, right? You know, a joke that me and my husband have all the time. He laughs, like we'll watch shows like Love Island or like Below Deck, right? And it's a lot of like YT people on these shows. So he's like, them men be looking like they're having a great time. Like, and they'll like say something that in the black community, a black man will be like, oh no, we can't act like that. We can't say this. We can't do that. It seems like our community is the only community that is obsessed with we gotta fit into the box, or I don't like you and you're never gonna get picked. And it's very disheartening when if you decided as a man today or tomorrow that you liked sewing, so now I'm gonna call you gay for it, or like she brought up power tools. That's I don't think that those are the things that should define femininity and masculinity. Like we're talking about bullshit hobbies that people pick up because they're like, oh yeah, one day I realized I didn't have a wife yet and I needed to know how to sew my buttons on my shirt. And now we're gonna like tell that man like he's not man enough to ever get picked, or we're gonna tell that woman because she doesn't have a husband right now and she knows how to change her own tire, she's not
Like,
feminine
like,
enough to be picked.
like,
That's what it sounded like to
has
me.
it occurred to you that what the market, and when we say market, we're talking about an overwhelming majority of the people that you want to position yourself to be a desirable mate for? Do you think that their perception counts in you being selected, or it even matters in you being pursued as a suitable mate?
Well, I guess that I can admit that I don't have the ability to give that answer because I was 18.
What if I told you is all
So
it
the
takes?
last time I knew what the market
What if I
was,
told you all it take was because you claim you're the most educated, the most degree. It just take the same amount of effort it took you to be able to learn how to use a power tool in the garage, to be able to study the market, to figure out what most men want.
They don't care what men want. They just want to be accepted the way they are. They want to be accepted with a million tattoos on their chests. They want to be accepted looking the way they want to look. They want to be accepted with a aggressiveness, with an attitude, with not knowing how to cook, with not being traditional. They want to be accepted with their kids, but when it comes to you as a man, they're never gonna accept you for being 5'7". They're never gonna accept you for being $50,000 a year type of guy. They're never gonna accept you for being bald, right? They're gonna say you need to buy some hair or something. I will never date a bald guy. Like, when it comes to men, they have very strict, and it seems like it's getting worse by the year. Because last year they say they wanted guys who are 6 feet. This year they're saying guys who are 6 feet are too short. Even the whole the 6 figures is out of the window. They want guys who are making 7 figures now. You guys, I'm not kidding. I've reacted for all those videos, and some of you guys have seen them. So it's like they want to be accepted for whatever they do, the man should say. And in fact, if a man doesn't, they call him shallow. They call him gay, sassy. How dare you have standards?
And if you study it and learn it, you can use it as a cheat code, as a blueprint to optimize yourself for the person you desire. Would you believe it?
I believe what you're saying, but what that also sounds like to me is that I have to cheat code the person that I want.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing on ZipRecruiter, on Monster.com, on LinkedIn. When you look at the job position, I think this is the same example he gave. You could actually look at the qualifications and requirements to be able to win the position, and then go and get those qualifications.
But what if that's really not who you are? What if you aren't the homemaker?
Then you don't get the job.
Then you have to settle for who wants you. Because if you don't want to lose weight, if you don't want to be nice, if you don't want to be kind, if you don't want to be submissive, if you don't want to be feminine, don't be surprised if Boogie, who earns 50,000 a year, is the one who wants you. Don't be surprised if the millionaires don't want you. You cannot want to be the best version of yourself and then claim that the rich guys don't want you, or the providers, or the leaders. The same thing happens. The same thing goes for men. Now, the only issue is the ladies ask men to change things we can't change. I can't change the fact that I'm bald unless I go to Turkey for a hair transplant, right? I can't change the fact that I'm not 6 feet tall, right? I can't just make random 6 figures out of thin air. Like, those are things men just can't change just like that. But things men ask of women, like lose weight, be nice to me, don't be aggressive, don't scream, don't be like, learn how to cook. Simple things. Those things women can easily do. But if you don't want to do the things the type of men you want, then you just gotta be okay with being single or dating the guy on your level. But they don't even want guys on their level.
So you're telling me that there's nobody out there like that is the 200-pound woman's never gonna get chose, or the woman that likes to do mechanic work is never gonna get chose?
They got chosen. You know why they did? Because they recalibrated themselves. They optimized themselves for the man they want. That's why they can have these 600-pound life shows and have a man. But it's not the man they want. The thing is, I think that this the argument is, it's not about the man. Anybody can get a man. That's not a flex. This was his words, because I'm not trying to steal his
he said anybody can get a man. It's about getting the man you want.
Getting the man that you desire. Can you do that? That's the whole argument a lot of times on these panels.
But it's the same thing that men have to deal with, right?
Yeah.
If I know, like, okay, I'm just gonna be working at ShopRite or just your random supermarket, whatever.
KC.
I'm capped out as to what type of women I could obtain, and most of you women probably not gonna date somebody who's working at the cash register, right? And I won't blame you for it, because you probably want more for your life. You probably want somebody who's gonna be able to provide better, so you could have a more relaxed, soft, whatever life you want, right? For you, yourself, and your children, right? So if that's what I do, then I have to recognize that I'm gonna have a much smaller pool to choose from.
And in fact, women say it all the time. They say they want an ambitious man. Now, for me, because I know them so well, women claim when a woman claims I want an ambitious man, they really mean they just want a rich man. But they claim they want an ambitious man, a man who's not stagnant, a man who has goals, who's pursuing goals. Because they're like, if you're making $50,000 right now, they want you to pursue better, to be better, to work on something, or to have your own business, to be a boss, right? Because these days they're dunking on men who have 9 to 5 jobs because they want bosses and CEOs, and you gotta own like 1,000 companies like Elon Musk, right? But they require men to be better and to work on themselves. But in the same breath, they want to be the way they are. They're like, I'm going to be fat. I'm going to be the way I am. I'm going to be rude. I'm going to be loud. But you accept me the way I am, right? A real man will accept me the way I am. But me, I got standards. I'm never going to settle. You guys have heard women throw the whole thing of, I'm never going to settle. Okay, if you're never going to settle, guess what? Men are starting to wake up. They don't want to settle either.
It's the same type of thing. If we don't prepare ourselves, just like if I'm fat as hell, if I decide to get fat, I'm going to have less of a pool of women that I have access to, and I'd have to accept that. I can't get mad at the game and then say, hey, y'all got to start liking fat dudes, or y'all got to start messing with broke dudes. Like, it is what it is. Females want what they want, men want what they want. We're not trying to shame people for their preferences unless it's just completely unrealistic and you're not doing anything to put yourself in a position to obtain that person. That's the problem.
And that's why you see a lot of DEI hires get dropped, because a lot of those people were put in position because of a organization or some type of funding allowed that to happen. But those people would not be in that position if they weren't qualified for it, which is the reason why they were dropped. So many of them were let go. So we gotta start embracing that. I mean, you don't have to. Remember, Laisha, you don't have to change your position on this. You're a married woman. It don't apply to you. Fuck it. But we have to start looking at everything, you know, the same. It's the same thing if you're trying to accomplish something. In all things that you do, if you're trying to achieve something, there are steps,
You gotta put
there's
the work in.
requirements, there's qualifications.
I agree. It takes work, guys. Even as men, it takes work. Now, for us, we are required of much harder work to impress women. Like, you literally could do everything for a woman, and she could wake up and say she's not happy. Even when you think you've done everything right, she could just say, oh, I grew out of love. She could see a fly on the wall, and then she'll be like, you know what? I'm no longer in love with you. I'm in love with this fly. That's the man God sent me. It's a fly on the wall. You know, metaphor for a Pookie and Rare, if you know what I mean. But the thing is, as men, we have to do so much. Yet we ask so little of the ladies, but the ladies are like, I'm never gonna do nothing for a man. You guys have heard them say that. I'm never gonna do anything to impress a man. A real man will accept me the way I am. But now that men are waking up, but now men are setting standards, the women don't like it. They usually have a list of things they want from a man, but now men are seeing beyond the beauty. Men are not going because she has a big booty, big, bouncy, juicy booty. Men are like, okay, you got a fat ass, but what more? Because men are now thinking more long term. It's like, long term, your fat ass is gonna be nice to look at, nice to squeeze and shit like that. But it's like the way how loud you are, I don't think it's gonna be peaceful in the house. So men are like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna just put some brakes on it. And women don't like the fact that men are just not going by the looks just like that. What do you guys think about that? Shout out to Lapif. Shout out to Darwin. Link down below to the channel. All right. So next, we're gonna go all the way to Anton Daniels. So let's get into it.
But also, like you guys are saying, like we're scared when you like moving with fear like that. You're creating like those experiences in your real life, and then you mentioned like, oh, the pop the balloon. Maybe that's not real life. And then you also have to consider the demographic of women that they are asking. They're usually very young. They're usually very immature. They're
Not
usually
true.
very shallow.
Not true.
Outside in elevated
Come on,
environments,
Jazz.
interacting with women, I don't think you'll have that experience. You look like a handsome guy. You articulate yourself very well. It doesn't look like you will have a problem. Where are you frequent? What type of women are you approaching? You know
Oh
what I
my
mean?
God.
I understand that there is a bad side to it. Don't consume the negative and then assume that's what it is overall. You know what I mean? And please, that pop the balloon, detach from that. Don't even
Somebody,
think
somebody in the
that
chat
that's what it
said.
really
No.
is. Because
Somebody in
you
the
know what I mean?
chat said, "How come shooters is never married?" Well, that
Huh?
would be an oxymoron. Because I said somebody in the chat said, "Why are shooters never married?" That's an oxymoron because number one, if they
Right.
are married, you wouldn't expect
You
them to shoot, right? That
know?
don't even make sense. But number two, it's not true either. It don't matter if they're married, unmarried. Everybody is shooting. They fucking shot. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
So
Just don't move with
Nah,
it.
nobody
honestly,
ever said
I gotta agree with Jazz on this one. It's probably not a popular position to take, but I have to just. I'm
Oh
just gonna.
Lord.
No, no, no.
Shaking.
I'm gonna just be real. I don't care about what
Now we're
nah.
people.
So
agreeing.
okay,
I don't care
well,
about
I
what people
disagree
think.
with Jazz. I disagree
Well,
with
hold on,
Jazz,
hold
and
on, hold
I'm
on. Let
gonna
me say
say,
this.
That's
Let me say
okay.
this.
okay, go ahead.
Let me say this. I think that social media is fucking up the game and is giving a false narrative of what happens in real life.
I
If you
disagree.
outside, if you outside for any period of time, especially if you in a major city, it's it. That's just is it just is what it is. And people gonna level up.
I disagree with Anton. Obviously, I disagree with Jazz. Pop the balloon, social media is real life. The only difference is you're not touching the person or you can't hear them face to face. But what social media helped men do, or even just in general, like people, whatever people think or whatever people want to say, and they are afraid of saying it in front of people, they literally just pull their phones out and then they'll say whatever they want to say. Because back in the day, men would just randomly approach women, and men didn't know that women didn't want to be approached. So guess what? The women got their phones, they went to TikTok and said, don't approach us anymore. We don't want men to approach us. You scare us, things like that. Men saw false allegations and things like that. Oh, he's creepy. Men like, oh, okay, now I see it. I've seen TikTok. Women are saying don't approach us. So men stopped approaching. Why? Because social media. Pop the balloon is real life. Men can see how women think in real time with cameras on. A woman can either project herself to be a good woman or a bad woman on Pop the Balloon because the cameras are on. It's going to be public. But if majority of the women are projecting all these weird delusional standards, men are learning. So yes, it's real life. I disagree with Jazz. I disagree with Anton.
Sometimes when you go into a major city, it forces you to step your game up, whether it be how you dress, your effort to communicate, all of that. And so, and it ain't even just a certain demographic of guys, white, black, all of them, Arabic, Chaldean, they all are they doing what they do, bro. And I just think that people honestly they need to balance it. Like you got to have a strong balance of okay, yep, it's cool to be on the internet, it's cool to be whatever, but then you got to have a balance of actually getting active and being outside and seeing what's really happening out here. And I think if you make a more of an effort to be outside, you should never have a in my opinion, if you're a man that's outside, there should never be a problem with you um getting a woman at all. You can get one a day. Seriously. You can
Yeah, Anton, that would work if women don't reject men just for the ego of it. Men are outside. That would work if women didn't literally tell men don't approach us. That would work if women want average men, but they don't. So, yes, men are outside, but you are assuming men should just go talk to any random woman and they will get them. But that's not how it works. Now, you, Anton, you got money, so maybe you're more visible. More women may know you more than they know me, right? but that means they'll give you a chance more than they give me a chance. But that's because they want something from you. But the average guy is not going to just approach a random woman to get rejected or be accused of the Me Too movement and shit like that. And the average guy is not just going to be accepted by the average woman.
Literally average over one a day if you want to. Let's be clear. If you want to, you can easily average
Why
one
are
a
you
day.
shaking your head,
And it is
Danny?
not
You don't believe in
hard.
No,
Men
that's
are
not
I
true.
agree.
No,
Nah,
I
Antoine,
You
listen,
No.
don't believe in yourself?
I feel
No,
like
I
Anton's
don't disagree with
exposed
that.
to. He's also exposed to like a certain demographic, so I feel like that's what you're exposed to. But I can say for the majority of guys, most guys do have a hard time when it comes to approaching women, right? And getting
Facts.
women.
And
They
Facts.
that's
just
not
don't have the
women's. That's
confidence.
not women's fault, though.
I'm
That's
not
women's
blaming.
fault,
Wait.
Jazz. Come on, Jazz. Now let's be honest. How many men approach Jazz? Of those women, of no, how many men approach Jazz? And of those men that approach Jazz, how many does she say yes to? Exactly.
Can I?
There's some culpability
No, no.
Hold on,
There's
man.
definitely some
Let the guy
culpability.
finish.
No, there's a lot of
Let
stuff.
finish. Let Tanny finish.
Yeah. So I think Anton's exposed to upper level guys that do get chose because for the majority of the time, right, women are fighting for that top 10% of the guy,
Listen,
right?
bro.
When you hear a woman try to break down the type of
Listen,
guy she wants, right? You
bro.
got to be
I
6
hang
foot,
with
you gotta make
regular
a lot of
people.
difference.
My friends have been the same friends since kindergarten. We all at different socioeconomic statuses. I hang with women, I hang with guys,
Mhm. But
and
you
I'm
did
just
say
saying
you
that
did make a
it
qualifier
don't make
though.
no difference, bro. It's the same.
No,
You
Tanny
did make a
right.
qualifier
Right.
and say you
Listen,
only know
we
about
not at
guys
the
under
we not at the
35,
Four
right?
Seasons having lunch every day. We go to goddamn In-N-Out Burger some days. We go roller skating other days.
But you
We
did make a
go to,
qualifier.
you know what I'm saying? We go and hang out at the park some days.
Mhm.
Other days it could be the local watering hole. Another day it could be J. Alexander. Sometimes it'll be Ocean Prime.
Yeah.
Like we just do whatever is fun. It's no high, low. It's no you got it, I got it. Q will tell you when I go out, most of the time I'm hoodie down, no
Yeah, you
rollie,
don't be
no none of
flashy.
that stuff. Like I'm a fun person. I just go out, I interact with people, I speak to people at the bar, I have a good time. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not leading with money and none of that shit. Most of the time, I don't even drive there, so I'll ride with other people. It's really just going out and having a good time. And most of the time, it's not even necessarily, in my opinion, about approaching people. It's more or less about just being likable. And if you outside and you having a good time and you conversing with people, you're gonna naturally exchange information, right? You don't have to say, "Can I get your number?" It's a no pressure environment. Hey, let me follow you on Instagram or whatever. And then you might not reach out to them. You may reach out to them. They may reach out to you and say, "Hey, I see you." Whatever. Like it's really just being social. It's not even like you don't even have to be a person a day to make it an effort to go up to a woman. A woman will let you know if she's feeling you. She'll give you the signals. She'll
Okay. Now, Anton, you're switching. You're switching from just be likable to a woman will just let you know if she wants to be approached or if she wants to be talked to. Those are two different things. I could be the friendliest man on earth, but it depends on if the woman wants to be talked to. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it goes back to the woman. The woman determines. I could be the nicest, the most perfect guy in the world. But if she doesn't think I am, or if she thinks I'm not tall enough, if she thinks I'm bald and she only wants men with hair, if she thinks I'm too nice, at the end of the day, the woman determines. So this is why I disagree with Anton. So he's saying, oh, a man should just be this and this and this, and he can get all the women he wants. That's not true, Anton. It depends on the woman. Again, if women are saying don't approach us, women are saying I want a tall guy. Like I'm 5'8". If women are screaming I want a 6 feet tall guy, all of them, majority of them are saying, I want a guy who's 6 feet tall, 6 feet or taller. Why would I would be a dummy to just approach the same women who are saying they want a guy who's 6 feet tall. I'm not 6 feet tall. That would be oxymoron. Like that would be dumb.
tell you. She'll touch you on your shoulder when she laughing and shit. It's just having a good time, bro. And so I don't know no guys, honestly. I know guys that work regular jobs. I know guys who work for director. They just all they have a good time. They just have a good time, and they
Hey,
AD, can I
I
ask?
just want to go ahead and add this to the.
Oh, go ahead, Carmine. I wanted to ask Tanny a question, but go ahead.
And let me give y'all another tip. Go out with a baddie, bro. Like, go out with a
See, that now that's too much work. Why do I have to go out with a baddie to attract other women? Like, why should I have to do that? Do women get a rich guy so they can attract other rich guys? Maybe they do, maybe it works for them, but why do I have to put all that extra work? Why? Like, seriously, why? It's not like it's even guaranteed. You feel me? Like, this is too much work. Like, the return on investment isn't worth it for average men. I'm just gonna go hit the gym. Like, why should I have to go out with a body, almost be like almost near perfect just for a woman to say yes to me? No, I disagree, man. I can't even believe I never thought I would react to a whole video and just disagree with Anton Daniels the whole time. This is the first time.
chick, and she ain't even got to be a baddie. She could be a chick with just good energy, because good looking chicks attract, or good. And let me revise it. Good energy women attract other good energy women. Good energy women attract good energy women, bro. And so
Anton,
they
I
gonna
hear
want to
what
know.
you're
They
saying.
gonna want to kick it. They gonna want to have a good time. Go get you a cue and go hang out, bro. And it's
And
gonna
I
be
think
good time. It's gonna be
it's
good
good
energy.
for you.
I hear what he's saying. We all know shooters gonna shoot. Everybody knows shooters gonna shoot. I'm not neglecting nothing that you talking about right now, Anton. But I'm saying what we saying is it's becoming a culture where women are not even approachable. Not for all men,
Facts.
not for all men, but a lot of the way the culture and the way the generation, especially the new generation coming up. Like I'm 31. So I grew up when it really wasn't no internet back then. I grew up in the time where you had to go out to the
Not
mall,
really.
to the
You
movies
you
to
you
get
you
on girl.
internet age. You internet
Okay,
age.
whatever you want to call it. But I'm still speaking about this flip side
Who was you born
of
in? 85, 95?
now born in 91. I mean 93, my bad.
Yeah,
93.
you definitely
Ooh,
you're internet. You're internet
Either way
age.
it goes,
hi, Kathy.
it's still becoming a climate. A lot of women not even approachable no more nowadays.
Facts.
They face look mean.
They look like this.
They have a bad spirit. Like a lot of
Facts.
women have a mean girl spirit. I think that movie Mean
So do
Girl.
A lot of women look like the way Jazz is looking out there. Very few women are going to be having a smile. Look at the way Jazz is looking and look at the way Q is looking. I want you guys to put in the comments, when you are walking outside, do majority of black women look like this, or do they look the way Q is looking with a smile? Maybe they're stressed. Maybe they got kids. Maybe, the bills, whatever the reason is, most of them look like. How am I going to approach a woman looking like this? Now, you can tell Jazz looks good. Some of you guys claim I'm simping. I always simp for Jazz. First of all, I disagree with 1,000% everything Jazz says anyway. But I just know she looks good, right? But I'm never going to approach a woman who's looking like this.
so
Back in the day when Lindsay Lohan,
listen. When did we give a
Yeah.
fuck? When did we give a fuck about what women thought, bro?
I don't give a
Honestly,
fuck.
God, just being real.
I
When did we
just
care about
told
what
you.
women think?
I just told you. I shoot. I ain't gonna say I'm a
Oh, so what the fuck
shooter.
you talking
I'm a
about then?
sniper. I'm a sniper, but I'm
So
speaking
what
on
you
the
talking
flip
about
side
then?
of
Big
I'm
petty
speaking
women.
on the flip. The question right here: did the Me Too movement stop men from approaching? And I would say a group of men,
Nope.
yes, and it's starting to have a
Nope.
bigger effect on men in general. And a lot of
Y'all are
I'm
y'all are
cool with. Hey, I got a lot of partners that even feel like they ain't even gotta say nothing to a woman because the women gonna come up. They don't. That's how a lot of niggas moving nowadays
So
because
it's
they don't
easier
even want
than
to
what
put
you
their trust.
telling me then. What you telling me is that it's easier than ever then.
Yeah.
It is. It is easier than
What are
ever.
we talking
But
about?
that's what
For
I think
shooters,
it's
it's
easier
easier.
for Teddy,
they
but
they're
I also know
No, it's easier for the guys with the money. It's easier for the guys with the clout. It's easier for the guys with the status. It's easier for the guys who are social media known. It's easy for those guys. Like the days where a guy who's 5'7" could compete with a guy who's 6 feet tall, those days are long gone. Those days, a woman would rather be seen with a guy who's 6 feet, who's a bum, rather than be with a guy who's 5'6", who has a stable job. I kid you not. So I'm sorry, man. I don't know what Anton Daniels is talking about. I don't know what life, I don't know what happened to him on this episode. But Anton, if you watch this, I disagree with you like 1,000%. Like guys don't have it as easy as you think.
Why the men don't want to talk?
I'm sorry, Jalen, what did you say?
I think it's easy for Teddy the way you
You on
talk.
mute.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I
No,
can
we
hear
hear
you.
you. We hear you. We hear you.
Okay, I get a vibe that if you see a woman out and you want her, you know exactly what you need to do to get her attention or to lock her in. But I wanted to ask Tanny, like, what are you when you see a girl out or whatever it is, when you out and about and something catches your eye, what do you do? What's the
Well,
first
before he answer that,
Okay.
let me also speak about something else. I think that men that have a lot to lose that are more valuable, it slowed them down from dealing with or interacting with people in an organic way because they don't know what the intention is of the people that are around them or the people that get around
I
them.
agree with him.
You
Finally.
can get caught up in some shit. Somebody can
Yeah.
accuse you of something that you didn't do. So I think that guys that get to certain spaces have been a lot more cautious because they've been seeing other guys being made example of.
That's true.
And so that I think that the Me Too movement that has slowed down that shit. When the woman that was on the video, I don't think she's approachable as far as just like she talk like a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain things that just turn guys off. But for regular everyday people that are outside, I don't think that it has affected them at all. But go ahead, you can ask your question, David.
Yeah, that's what I meant because I know that Tanny took a strong position. I hope I'm saying your name right.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Oh damn, my light went off. Anyways, like I know you were saying you had a strong position on the Me Too, like afraid that a accusation that's not right coming at you.
Yeah.
I don't think that's your fear. I don't know if you may be having an issue out in life shooting your shot, but I was curious, like when you see something you like, how do you approach it? What does your game look like?
So to your point, you're absolutely right. I think for me, I'm definitely extroverted, so I have no problem with it. But I think I'm more so speaking for the majority of men that I've seen because I get to interview a lot and I get to just interact with a bunch of people. And that's like one of the biggest struggle points they have. Like they just in their head about so many different things that could go wrong with an interaction. But to answer your question directly, most of the time I meet a girl, it's like a place like Target or Walmart. And I kind of use my natural awkwardness and it kind of just clicks.
What does that look like?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Excuse me, where are the chips? Knowing the chips are damn well right in front of me or whatever it is. It's just super awkward. And all of a sudden it's like, what do you
the chips are on all four.
What does that
all four? What would be next?
All the time. Then after that, I just say, I'm sorry, I'm just super nervous. I just really.
Oh, you know, pussy. You supposed to say,
it works every time.
Yeah, that BS doesn't work. But also, guys, think about it, right? The reason most guys are not approaching anymore, apart from the fact that women say men should not approach them. You guys have watched all the TikToks, you've been on social media, women are screaming, don't approach us. Apart from the Me Too movement, the false accusations, apart from being put on TikTok, because it's one thing for a woman to record herself saying men shouldn't approach me. It's another for you to approach a woman and then she pulls out her phone and puts you on TikTok. That's a whole different ballgame because now you're going to go viral. But I think the main reason, this is Boogie's opinion, and you guys can agree with me or disagree with me in the comments. The main reason men have stopped approaching women, because men are sitting down, doing the logistics, doing the accounting and looking at the numbers. Okay, I have approached 100 women. 90% of them are going to say no. 10%, 5% are going to give me fake phone numbers. I'm going to go out with 5%, but even those ones, I'm still going to spend money, time, and it still goes nowhere. So after a certain point, as a man, you have to sit down and think, do I keep approaching 100 more just to look for one good, and even then you're not even sure what type of woman you're going to find. do I have to keep approaching 200, 300, 400, 500 women just to find one? And even then, you're not even sure if she's going to be the one that you really want. Let's say she's a good woman. Does she have feminist friends? Like, there's so much that goes into it. Like, as a man, at some point, you have to realize, is it worth the investment? What's the return on investment on just approaching random women? So I believe some guys who are smart sit down, do the math, and they're like, it's not worth it.
It works every time. Just be honest and be like, I'm nervous. I'm so sorry. You're just really beautiful. And
I don't believe you. And this is why I went so hard on y'all and why I said niggas be lying, because y'all don't have no game. Terrible game. You are not gonna get a woman. I think you're a wonderful, nice young man, and you ain't gonna get a woman that you deserve saying, "Oh, I'm sorry." No woman wants that.
No.
That is true.
Listen.
She's right. That his approach of, oh, you're such a beautiful, because guys, think about it. The woman you are approaching, telling, oh my God, you're trying to say, oh, you're trying to spit game. Oh, you're so beautiful. I just saw you I would like to. She has heard those words thousands of times. She's been hearing those words since she turned 18 and men were approaching her. There is nothing magical you're going to tell that woman to say yes. Unless, for the sake of it, she says yes. It doesn't guarantee anything. Like, there is nothing new you're going to tell a woman for her to be loyal and loving and treat you nice and respectful. She has heard everything you have to say. So it's not worth it, in my opinion. She's right. I agree with this woman, and I've never even agreed with her.
I bet you.
Anyway.
Calm down.
Yeah, relax. All the girls on the panel. Hold on, Q. What you just say, Carmel?
I will be willing to bet $100.
I said, girl, anyway. Everybody don't want to.
Hold on. Fuck.
Wait. That's just so annoying.
I will be willing to bet $100 that Tanny probably be knocking them down.
$100?
No.
There you go.
Look at that face.
I bet you $100 that he do.
No.
But most guys ain't got game. Most guys ain't got game. It's really the shooters.
Tanny, you just need to relax, stop overthinking, stop moving with fear, and just be yourself.
Just be yourself. That's the same thing women usually all say. You know why? Because they never have to approach men. They have the privilege of being approached. So they always give this advice. Just be yourself. Just tell her she's beautiful. Just tell her she's gorgeous. Just say hi to her. It's easy for them to claim just be yourself. She has never had to be rejected. You know, she has never approached a man and say, I want to take you out, and get rejected 1,000 times. So it's always funny when I see women trying to give men advice on how to have game. Like, why am I going to a fish to teach me how to fish? Like, that's crazy. But anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels, link down below. Next up, we got, I've reacted to this channel just one time. This is the Desirable Truth podcast. And he does street interviews, but I just thought you guys may learn a thing or two from these, or even be entertained. So shout out to this guy, and I'll put down the link down below to his channel. So let's get into it.
How old are you?
I'm about to be 25.
Do you have a man?
No, I've never had a man because my bar is up here. And all I'm receiving these days is a bare minimum.
Wait, you're 25 and you've never had a man? You've never been in a relationship?
I was plus size till I was 18.
But that was, what, 8 years ago?
Calm down, come close. I'm about to be 25. That's not that far away. But like when I got officially slimmer at 19, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a boyfriend. Everyone just wants to fuck. Guys like girls with no personality. I intimidate half of the people I try to entertain.
And nobody can handle it.
Have you been watching Love Island? I am Amaya, and I won't settle for less. If I'm not the book you should be reading, then don't motherfucking read it, bitch.
Okay, let me ask you.
I'm not surprised she has never had a boyfriend, because I can guarantee whichever man tries to talk to her, and the moment she starts talking with her attitude, with being loud, every man walks away. Now, you can tell, she says she used to be, overweight or plus size. She has lost some weight, so kudos to her. So you can tell she's a good looking woman. But the moment she starts talking, most guys probably clap cheeks and move on.
Take me as you take me.
Let me ask you.
You take me. Then I'll fucking drink it, bitch.
What would you bring to a man's life besides looks?
No. And this is the number one thing that people should hear. I can offer myself everything. When I want a man, I need you to be adding to my life because I could sit in my room by myself
What would you
and
add to
enjoy
his
my
life?
That's not I'm the prize, my guy. And I feel like no, hold on, and I feel like I'm not trying to add to anybody's life. I'm a woman. I'm not seeking a man. I'm not seeking that. If a guy is coming into my space and he wants to be with me, I need you to be adding to my life because if you're not, I enjoy sitting alone by myself, talking to myself, being alone with myself, and I enjoy it and I love it. Like,
Guys, the next time you guys go on a date, that's the question you should ask a woman. Because some of you guys are praying to God right now to send you the right woman. You're praying to God to send you the life of your life. But with such a simple question, you can easily filter out probably 99% of women just by simply asking, what are you going to bring to my life? The moment she answers the way this woman answered, oh no, because remember, this guy is asking, what are you going to bring to a man's life? And she's twisted the question to, no, a man should bring something to my life, meaning she has nothing to bring to your life apart from chaos. You know, that's the perfect question to ask a woman on a date if you really want to see the red flags flying.
Bring peace to your life. They bring trauma.
Would you date a man who had roommates at this stage in your life?
Shit. No, I'm over 30.
So a man with roommates over 30 is a red flag to you.
Yeah.
Why is that the case?
Because that means he's gonna have his life together. I mean, being over 30s, you should already have like a career, at least or an idea of a career, stable job. Maybe if you want to settle down. But like if you're over 30 and you still have roommates, that means that you still are undecided of what you want in your life.
A man watches this right now. What do you think he thinks about you?
He's probably gonna think that we're whores because we're on 6th Street. I'm not a sufficient woman because I am outside.
Right. We're not.
No, it's not because you're outside. Most guys are just gonna look at what you're putting on, what you're dressed in, what you're dressing as, but also the fact that you keep pulling it down because you know it's too short. So that's where most guys are gonna be thinking. Now, obviously, nice chocolate sisters, nice and slim. For those of you guys who like them nice and slim, but most guys are gonna be judging the outfits.
Better women because we're outside. But we don't give a damn. Do you pay my bills? No. It's my birthday, so I had to take off. I had to take off my 7 days a week to party.
Well, let's be real. Why would a man want a woman who is out here?
It don't matter. I just be like, I'm just ganging at these fucking questions. Can I get a different one? I can't answer this one. Some real shit. Can you answer that question again? I'm so sorry.
Would you date a guy who you met out here?
No. I have. It was one of my greatest relationships. I can't lie to you.
One of your greatest relationships?
But strangely, meeting somebody outside, it was a nice relationship. Where's he at now?
Good
He's
question.
in Tennessee. Anyway.
Sounds like the friend is exposing her. Either because when girls have friends, two things happen. Either they can support their bullshit. So in this case, she's not supporting her, but usually they support each other's BS. If not, they usually hate on each other. So I sense she's either hating on her or something, but I'm surprised because usually the ladies have the sister code where they agree with each other.
We don't fuck with niggas on 6th Street. If you go to 6th Street, you ain't shit. I feel like we shouldn't be judged based on how much we party, because yeah, niggas gon'
How old are you?
21.
Would you date a man who was 5'5" if he was everything you wanted?
Yeah, I date girls, so
Wait, has it always been like that? Or is that a new thing?
it's always been like that.
So when do you know that, you played for the other team?
Like when I saw Megan Fox in Jennifer's Body,
How did it make you feel?
a tingling sensation.
Okay, but you go on a first date with a girl. Do you split it with her or do you expect her to pay?
I split it. Of course, I always split it.
So how do you handle the roles in a relationship going forward?
Huh?
How do you handle the roles in a relationship going forward with a woman?
I wanted to say she doesn't look 21. No, she looks good, but I don't think she looks 21. That's just my opinion. All right.
Cut it right here. I'm sorry. I gotta.
I'm just curious.
Okay, thank you.
What's your age?
21.
22.
Are you single?
Yes.
Yes.
What problems do you run into the men that you date now?
It sounds bad, but they're broke and they don't have a car.
So you wouldn't date a guy without a car?
No, I did date a guy without a car, and I used to buy his Ubers for him.
The guy was probably 21 too. And this is why younger women usually go for older men after some time of dating men their same age. Because the guy who's 21 doesn't really have nothing going on, either still in college, trying to figure themselves out, or just out of college, whatever the reason. They usually don't have money like that. So these younger women, 21, now this one has a body on her, for a white girl, she has a nice curve out, this is a black man's kryptonite. But usually they end up dating older guys because the guys their age don't have the money. But hey, listen, the younger ones, the older ones, they all want rich men.
And I used to pick him up, and he lived 45 minutes away. The reason why I wouldn't do it right now is because I'm not his mom.
We're grown. I feel like you should have some sort of ambition.
That's it though. I'm not asking to buy my dinner, because I did buy my dinner too, but I'm not asking for
Do the
nothing
bare
else.
minimum, at least.
At least have a car.
Come on.
Do you feel like since you took up that role, he took advantage of it?
Yes.
How long were you with him?
A year and a half.
And you were covering it the entire time?
Yes.
But when did it click for you that, okay, he's not gonna try to be better?
When he told me that I ruined his life.
Did he say why?
No, he just cried.
He just cried?
Well, it was before the breakup, but he said basically he couldn't handle me, and I said that's okay.
So he's watching.
That tells me she's a lot to handle. She has attitude issues because men usually don't break up with women. And even, some men are even in sexless marriages, but they still don't file for divorce. For a man to break up with a woman, she gotta be the most annoying woman on earth.
Right now, what do you tell him?
You're a great person, bad boyfriend.
How old are you?
22.
Are you single?
I'm single.
What do you do for work?
U.S. military, Army.
What's your biggest struggle when it comes on to dating as a man in the military?
As a man in the military, the biggest struggle is the stereotype that military niggas cheat, or anyone in the military cheats.
What about the stereotype that your wife would be cheating on you?
100%. So, look, I'm about to go overseas. I've been overseas twice before this, and I've had a girlfriend and everything, but biggest stereotype is I either cheat or my wife cheats. My girlfriend cheats, and both happen.
Are you looking for something serious now, or are you just having fun?
Bro, honestly, right now, I'm looking for either one. Something fun, something serious.
What's your age?
Well, what you think?
30?
Shut the fuck up. You were.
Is she older?
I'm
Oh, is she
22,
young?
motherfucker.
22?
See, this is why ladies should answer questions. I swear to God, I thought she was 32. Now, she looks good. I don't know why she's carrying such a big bag. She looks good, but I swear to God, I thought she was 30 as well. She's 22? Oh my God. That's an old 22-year-old.
You have a man?
No. No.
Why not?
Because I got to heal and protect myself. This is a prize box. I'm not giving this away. I've been celibate for 2 years. So I ain't dated since high school. I learned the first time and I never went back.
So you only have one body?
I ain't never say all that.
I see. I don't even believe the whole celibacy thing of 2 years. I don't believe it. She's just saying this for the camera. You guys believe she's been celibate for two years? I believe somebody has been clapping them chicks.
Never say that. Look, I said I was celibate, but I ain't say I got down when I wasn't celibate.
So what made you go from fucking to not?
My pussy is broken. If y'all ever watch watch Insecure with Issa Rae, then you would know what pussy is broken mean. My pussy is broken.
For the people,
That means that. Ooh, what I think that means, that somebody was really, couple guys, not even just somebody, was really clapping them cheeks real bad. Because for a woman to just go randomly celibate after the pussy is broken, it can't be just because of one guy, in my opinion.
who have never watched Insecure, what does it mean?
Nobody wants you because you got a broken pussy. Broken pussy. I don't got too many bodies. I would say it's not even, as long as my hands.
She's
that I
lying.
remember.
She's lying.
But no.
That I remember. Guys, I'm good. I'm good. She just said that I remember. That means it's more than whatever number she was saying. She says she doesn't, that I, oh my God. That means she got a few bodies when she was what? Drunk or something? Did you guys know that some women don't count bodies if a guy uses a condom? She doesn't count that as a body. Did you guys know that? And also, she doesn't count a body if you guys were not in a relationship. So some women will count bodies for men though in relationship. So if they've been with 30 men but only in 3 relationships, they'll only count the 3 bodies.
Nobody wants you because you got a broken pussy. Broken pussy.
What does that mean?
Pussy is broken.
She's a freak.
Sorry. My pussy is not broken. My pussy just sad. My pussy ain't have so much sex since I was glad.
What's your age?
23.
21. How long you been together?
10 months.
Yeah, 10 months. If you were to get married, how much would you want your man to spend on your wedding ring?
I don't care about that. I just want to travel the world with my man and make experiences. I'm not materialistic. We're both hustlers.
He could give you a ring pop and you wouldn't bat an eye.
He could take me on a first date to McDonald's and I love him.
Why do so many women get caught up in the $10,000, $20,000 rings, etc.?
Let me tell you why. Because girls out here don't have morals and they're using men for money and they need to lock in and they need to love themselves and they'll find a man that loves them. Go celibate. I went celibate for 2 years and met the love of my life.
Bro might just have found the love of his life. Now, obviously, it has an expiration date. The whole thing of I don't care about money, I don't care if he takes me to McDonald's. Right now, I think she says she's 23. Trust me, when she's 35, she doesn't expect a McDonald's. She expects you to have upgraded just a little bit. All right, if you're doing McDonald's when she's 23, she's going to expect, let's say, TGIF Fridays when she's 35. Just give or take. So, okay, for now, it all sounds good, but I'm just going to be honest. If I was bro, I wouldn't think that he's got it. I'm just saying. If I was him, I would still make sure I know that at some point she's going to want more and more.
You broke your celibacy for him.
Yes.
How long did you know him before that streak broke?
The day he texted me,
Yeah.
I booked the flight.
Yeah. What made you go, okay, he's the one who I'll let back in?
Because he's not a bum. He's different from these other men. He wants something in his life. Every day, he's telling me something new he wants to do to be successful. He's working hard. He does not sleep. He's up till 4 a.m. at the gym, putting work in every time and still making time for me.
Guys, put my flowers down in the chat. What did I tell you guys? What did I just say 2 seconds ago? Like the whole talk, I'm not all about the money. I love him for him. He can take me to McDonald's. And then she literally goes on to say how the main reason she likes him because he's ambitious. Ambition to women means money. Literally, so that means even if she claims she likes him for now and she's not materialistic like other women she talked about, she also likes money. She likes a good life. She likes the trips. Oh my God.
When you get the girl, don't settle. Don't think that the job's done because the job's definitely not
he
done.
knows.
A
He
girl
knows.
loves a man that's motivated, a man
Yeah.
that wants something, a man that's chasing something. 100%.
A man loves a girl that's motivated and makes her own money and doesn't need a man that's very independent.
Okay.
What?
Would you date a man?
All right, it went sideways. So she's what, an independent woman, but it's confusing. But anyway, shout out to Desirable Truth. I'll put the link down below so you guys can go finish the video. All right, next we're gonna go to this lady who's going off on Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar has been on the internet lately asking for donations, and black women are going off. Black women are tired of being used by Dr. Umar. So let's get into it.
Dr. Umar, get a job, my nigga. Okay? Like a trade. You do know what a trade is, sir, right? You was on the Breakfast Club, and when they was interviewing you, you know, the many times you've been on there, you was talking about black men should, you know, enlist in doing a trade, learning a trade. So why the fuck is you online begging for fucking money, crying about your finances? My nigga, you think we really that stupid? How desperate and pathetic does one have to be to resort to using their social media to desperately fucking beg for money? You're a grown ass man. You know, yeah, you got degrees. I know a lot of people with degrees, college degrees, myself included. I work a 9 to 5. Okay? Ain't nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5, my nigga. I will do that. I will work 10 jobs for you. See me get online and beg people, beg and guilt trip people into fucking giving me money. Oh, stop the panhandling. What's another word for panhandling? Grifting, scamming, whatever it is you're doing, it's not right, Dr. Umar.
Honestly, if Dr. Umar wanted to keep getting money from black women, he should have opened the school a long time ago. Because I think that's the biggest issue most black people have with Dr. Umar. Do you guys know Michael Blackson, the comedian, the African comedian? He built a school in Ghana, I think. And that was after Dr. Umar started asking for donations. From the first time I heard about Dr. Umar years ago, he's been asking for donations to open a school. And it's like, what, 10 years? I don't even know, maybe even more than 10 years later, he's still asking for donations to open a school. If I was Dr. Umar and he kept wanting to get, because I think most of his money comes from black women, because he panders to them, he tells them what they want to hear. But black women are saying, hey, listen, you've been getting money from us, you're not giving us a school, you're not opening up a school at all. We are tired of hearing empty words. So if he really wants to keep getting money from black women, he needs to open a school so that he can give them a reason to keep giving him money.
This is why, you know, I put a video out about Dr. Umar over a year ago. Another prediction I called because I could see, you know, this is my autism. Shout out to all my autistic neurodivergence, but this is my autism kicking in. When you have autism, you develop pattern recognition. That's why my discernment is so sharp. I have quality, very sharp pattern recognition. I can pick apart people's personalities and the way that they move. And, you know, I can predict their next moves because I've calculated everything based off of pattern recognition. And I called Dr. Umar out last year. This dude is an alleged deadbeat father. He's a womanizer. His side chick is out here putting him on blast. You know, all types of trauma with his mother. He's a walking contradiction. He's a walking, talking hypocrite. And yes, last year I said Dr. Umar, in my opinion, is a narcissist with sociopathic tendencies. Yes, I called him a narc.
I think times are changing, man. Times are changing. Black women are tired of men who pander to them. Because I could count on my one hand how many times Dr. Umar has held black women accountable. And honestly, maybe the reason they're even speaking up is because recently I've heard him in a few clips holding black women accountable when it comes to their hair and when it comes not to helping black men. You know, you guys know I did a video where he was trying to tell black women to build a life with average men. He was holding them accountable and telling them the reason why black men are going to white women because black women don't want to start to build with the average guy. They only want the guy who is already has already made it and wants they only want rich black men. So I think that could have been the reason, because they stopped pandering. If not, maybe some black women are waking up. Because I'm just glad it's not just black men holding Dr. Umar accountable. Now, does he speak a good game about, blackness and this and that? Yeah. But at the end of the day, if you keep asking for money, people are going to get tired. Especially if you're asking for money because apparently you're building a project, you're building a school for black kids and things like that. So I'm even surprised black women are speaking up, because, like I said, he always says the nicest things about black women, attacking black men who marry white women, saying snow bunnies never, black queens forever. So you would think black women will always ride with him, but they are speaking up. Look at the comments. He's scamming. He's weird as fuck. Ain't no bigger than a 9 to 5. And then, you see all these women are like, they're going off. Look at the women. They're saying, he been begging for years. I ain't paying no mind. I can tell you right now, if you go to Dr. Umar's, look at his account, you could find 99% of the donations he gets are from black women, but they're speaking up.
This is narc shit that he's doing, okay? Begging for fucking money online, crying about his motherfucking finances. Nigga, we all struggling. We in a recession. Everybody got to work. I know people that are homeless that got college degrees. So you need to take your own fucking advice, Dr. Umar. He has done 1 million interviews on The Breakfast Club. And I remember one specific interview where he was talking about how black men need to get a trade. Don't quote me on the exact words, but the conversation was on black men learning a trade. Dr. Umar, for you to not take your own fucking advice makes you a hypocrite. But hey, what do I know? All narcissists are hypocrites. Yes, sir, you are a hypocrite, because listen, get the fuck offline. Get off online begging with your manipulation. Go get a trade, Dr. Umar. Go get some real work like the rest of us out here. I got my college degrees too, honey, but I works a 9 to 5. Ain't nobody bigger than a 9 to 5, honey. What a master manipulator. You know what? I think he's either facing legal trouble. I think he's in some type of legal trouble. Don't know what it is. God will reveal that in time, because, Dr. Umar, when you're out here living a double life, when you're pretending to be a man of integrity, but behind closed doors, you're moving like a snake, God sees everything. You will be exposed and held accountable on a spiritual level, sir. And everything that you've done and not did with your children, being a deadbeat father, you're going to pay for that too. Every time a man does not do his child right, he is cursed. Every time a man abuses and takes advantage of women, whether it's his mama, his ex-wife, his baby mamas, you will pay for that too.
And that's the crazy part. With all the talk of Dr. Umar telling black men, marry black women, stop making broken homes, stop marrying white women, Dr. Umar got 2 baby mamas. And he has never married a black woman. And he has even said if he was to get married, he would need 2 black women. And we know how black women cry about men cheat, men don't want to be committed to one woman. So he has done everything opposite of what he tells black men to do. Apart from being with a snow bunny, but you never know, one day he'll get exposed. But for me, this is the game I would give Dr. Umar. Obviously, smarter guy than me, speaks better than me. But if I was him, if I wanted to keep getting money from black women, number 1, you have to keep telling them what they want to hear. You have to keep pondering. Number 2, you have to deliver a school. And then number 3, you gotta just get a black woman and just marry her for the sake of it, as a PR stunt. Just get a woman, Dr. Umar, a black woman, make a deal with her, a business deal, like, hey, listen, this is not a complete loving marriage kind of thing. This is just for business purposes. Because some men do this, just marriage just to appear like you have a wife and then keep asking for donations. But other than that, black women are turning on Dr. Umar. Who knew? What a time to be alive. What do you guys think about that? All right, next we're gonna go to this lady. I think she's Russian or something. She's gonna be exposing the 10 brutal truths about women. So without further ado, a woman exposing truths about women, it's gonna be interesting. So let's go.
The one listening to this video this time, because this is the 10 brutal truths you don't want to hear about women, and they'll make you mad if you're a woman. But if you're a man, you might be clapping it up for me. For once, I might have the gentleman clapping. These are things that I think from getting the DMs, the millions of messages back and forths with women from my TikTok, from everywhere. And these are 10 analytical truths that I've come up with, and you might agree with them, you might not. I might not agree with them by the time I conversate about them and deduce their truthfulness. But I wanted to bring up these points because everything is part of a discussion and a conversation. The number one truth is women don't actually like men. Before we get into that, I just want to say I'm looking down at my notes here. I always write them here. I want to write them in something very special. It's going to be coming soon. If you've ever got the her journal, the journal that will transform your life and harness your feminine energy in 90 days, I would be using that to write it in there. But I am printing a fresh, incredible, luxurious version of it. If you're interested, I'll try and get my team to put a link in the show notes to express interest for early release. Anyway, because I want you to have the luxurious experience of becoming that feminine energy woman. Anyway, number one truth: women don't actually like men. They like the idea of men. I think often women are misguided about what it actually means and what men actually are. I think they like the romantic notion of men, and they like almost to fantasize about the idea of a woman in a man's body, that they might have the same romantic notions as us, that they might fall in love like us, that they might love like us, like this nurturing love that we experience as women, that men might have it as well. Women spend years and years, this is where I got this from, trying to change men into something else. Men don't, unless they are narcissistically prone, try and change women into something else. The biggest tragedy for men is that they meet a certain girl and then she changes, and that is tragic, lads. Women do change with time. Everyone changes, right? But the biggest tragedy for women is that they find a guy and he won't change into the thing that she wants. Women like to take on a project, okay? They build up a fantasy character in their head, a man who doesn't exist, who's 6 foot tall, who's got a six-pack, who makes 6 figures, who doesn't have a Velcro wallet, which is, by the way, the biggest ick apparently to women ever. And there's a man loading a Woolworths trolley, okay, in a shopping center and staring at me as he does it because he's a man and he's not a woman, and men and women are different, okay? They want someone who's going to be their best friend, listen to their emotions, stroke their ego, understand how they feel, but at the same time he's got to be Brutius Maximus, okay? And he's got to like throw everyone out of the way as you walk through and have no emotions and be a stoic a Roman soldier. Listen, Letitia.
Before she even goes on, that is, she's spitting game right now. Even for men, some men don't even understand that part. I think one of the issues men don't understand about women, or even women don't understand about themselves, is that she said that they want to get a man, a strong, masculine, macho man, can tell her what to do, but they want to turn the guy into their girlfriend. They want to pillow talk with him and, play hide and seek with him. So they want the guy to turn into their girlfriend. That's why I've already said that if you get a woman and she says, I want him to be my best friend, run. She's trying to turn you into her girlfriend, her bestie, her female bestie. So run. Because we know when a woman befriends a man, that guy is usually just going to go in the friend zone. Because before you know it, she's gonna be like, oh, there's no sexual chemistry anymore, because now she's treating you like the male friends she put in the friend zone. They gonna try to change you. That's why in the beginning she's gonna like that you tell her what to do, but then eventually it turns into a sexless relationship because now she sees you as a friend. She's cooking.
He doesn't exist. The two do not exist. That is why women are obsessed with Beauty and the Beast, where the beast is a beast to the world, but a loving puppy to her. Babe, I'm a woman. I'm obsessed with it too, okay? That's why we like the vampires or the dark brooding characters, okay? And we just want them to like us. And I know the fantasy is real and I really love that. But you cannot take a man and try and force him to change into something that you want. If you found a guy who's not very emotive and very, very stoic, please do not get upset that he's not buying you Valentine's anniversaries. If you find a man who's more on the emotive side, please do not be upset that he's not beating up guys at the bar for you. I don't know why he would be, but all those things. We don't actually like men as they are. We like the idea of a man, the idea of a romantic character, okay? The pivot. With every truth, I'm going to give you a pivot and an idea, okay?
Also, there's another issue when it comes to relationships. Women will tell you they want you to call them every single day. They want you to FaceTime them. They want you to text them, check on me, call me, see how my day was going. And then the truth is, you cannot do that consistently every single day. At some point, you're going to be busy. You're going to be, and remember, it's not like they reciprocate. No, they just want you as the man. Or they usually have this statement of, if he wanted to, he would. If he cared, he would. If a man really likes you, he will call you every single day and text you every single day. It's like, how about you text me? How about you call me? So some men try to do that, but because you can't consistently do it, two things are going to happen. Either you're going to do it as a man, call her, text her, check on her all the time. How was your day? These, good night, good morning, beautiful, things like that. And then she's going to get tired of it because it's not new. It's boring. We're human beings. We get comfortable and then we resent when something comes so easy. That's number one. Number two, what could happen is you're going to do it consistently, and the moment you forget to do it, the moment you are busy, because remember, she's not reciprocating, she's not doing it back, because it's ego, right? It's going to feed her ego. The moment you don't do it, she's going to be like, oh, you don't like me anymore. All this, now she has something to fight about, and now you guys are fighting.
Do I really accept this man as he is for any husbands or boyfriends that you might have, or am I in love with the potential? Only date for reality, not for a fantasy. Just because he's tall doesn't mean he is brave. Just because he is smart doesn't mean he's going to make you a ton of money, okay? Don't equate things. For example, his height does not equate to his bravery or his masculinity, okay? He might just be tall. He did not stretch himself. He didn't work on that tallness, okay? It's not an asset he has. Truth number two. Now Granny's putting away stroller. Granny's looking at me. For those of you who are not watching, I am in my car, the place where I feel most at peace and most myself. Truth number two. Women want control more than they want love. This one is so real that I cannot even express to you how real it is. We romanticize love as selfless, but most women's version of love is about control. Controlling what a man does, controlling his money, controlling his assets, controlling what he looks at, controlling if he watches porn or not, controlling his sexuality, controlling his freedom. And me, I'm a woman. Remember, I'm on your side, right? Me, I also get soothed internally by the control of a man, okay? I'm not going to lie about it, but I'm working on it, and I'm working on it so well that it's working. You cannot, when I say the thing that a man needs most in a relationship is his freedom, and everyone freaks out and throws the toys out of the bathwater, or whatever that expression is, it is true. Women, the reason men are scared of relationships is because women take away the freedom of men subliminally and emotionally. Not in terms of like suppressive countries that suppress women and take away their freedom in every right, but in this subversive, coercive way, okay? We say we want devotion, but underneath we want to be the center of someone's universe forever. Do not do anything with your life, time, money, eyes, freedom, body, nothing. Me.
Yeah, it goes back to what I was saying. She wants you to call her every day, every minute. Call her in the morning. Text her during daytime. Call her before you go to bed. Check on me. Because she believes if you are consistently calling her and checking on her and doing all these things for her, buy me flowers, take me here, come see me, all these things, that's literally control. Because she believes if you're doing all these things for her, you won't have time to do it for another woman. In fact, if you guys want to be honest, it's my opinion that relationships, when it comes to commitment, and even marriages, most of them are initiated by women. Like most guys would be okay just dating and no relationships. But most women are like, marry me, commit to me. Why are you afraid of commitment? Why are you not loyal? No, it's not because she loves you so much, or it's not because she wants you guys to be together till death do your part. No. She believes if you're committed, if you sign papers, marriage papers, she can control you because now if you try to divorce her, she's gonna take half your shit. You feel me? If you try to divorce her, she's gonna take your house. You know, even having babies, most guys don't want to have the babies, but she knows if she has your baby, now she has control over you. Why? Child support. She can take you to court. She can throw you in jail. She can refuse to let you see the kids because she can. That's why women use kids to control men. She can tell the worst things about you to the kids. Now the kids don't like you because she's controlling you. Oh my God, I can't even believe a woman is saying this. This is good.
And I understand because you're a goddess and so you should be worshipped. Someone's calling me, 1 second. Sorry for that. Someone's calling me about something that is really not important. And a spam call. Love that for me because they don't want me to share the goods, share the knowledge. Okay. We want to be the center of somebody's universe because it's almost like a soothing thing. You know what I mean? It's almost like the dad who didn't love us or the boy who didn't choose us at school. We have this toxic feminine trait of unless he has given up all of his freedom and all of his time and all of his ways that he does things, then I don't feel loved. The notion that a man's most important thing is to have his freedom to remain himself, not have the freedom, ladies, don't freak out, to go to the bar and sleep with every single woman there. Just the freedom to remain himself triggers you so much. You understand? That's a problem. Okay? This is the pivot. You can't control another person and love them at the same time. What you think is love is not love. You want to control him. Choose. Do you want to control or do you want connection? If you want connection, then you have to let someone be who they are, Jessica. You have to let someone be who they are, because if they are your puppet and they are just operated and ruled by fear of losing you, that is not love, baby girl, okay? Hi, baby. It's one of those rainy days. I'm in my car. I finally have a moment to think and breathe. That is me right now. And honestly, there are moments I love to check in and actually understand what's supporting me, like what's really in my wellness routine, and I want to share it with you. One thing I've been really loving, thrice here, women are more narcissistic than they think. He's such a narcissist. He's such a narcissist. Everything he does is such a narcissist. Okay, he's a narcissist, yeah? But what about us? Let's look at ourselves. I believe narcissism isn't the worst thing in the world. Remember, things are not always as they seem. Every theory has been thought of by a human, even the idea of narcissism. In the modern world, some narcissism is healthy, okay? There's a cyclone out here. Everything's blowing around and we are speaking the truth. We love to accuse men of being narcissists, but the truth is that many women are even more self-centered because we do not reflect on our narcissism. We want everything, to be admired, to be chosen, to be worshipped, to have our career, to work, to have money, to not work, to have money, have it all at the same time. Feminism, not feminism, pay for me, but don't pay for me. Listen,
she's cooking.
You can have it, but not at the same time.
Facts.
The idea, I watched Candace Owens going on a jubilee with feminism, and women's biggest rhetoric and biggest disgust is that children will take away your freedom and then you cannot work. You cannot work and work makes you happy. Bruh, it's not that horrible to have a family and a child. You've been indoctrinated in some formality of the fact that now work gives you purpose. Nothing intrinsically is going to give you your purpose, not children, not work or anything. You give yourself purpose and the meaning that you give to it. The notion that you want to have it all, I should be able to have children and everything and work but not pay because he should be the first one to pay the bill. It's exhausting. We want our forever person to think of nothing but us, and we want to have those children, and we want to have the career, and I want it too, babe. Like, I understand, but there has to be self-sacrifice in community. There has to be hardships in something. Children are too hard to raise. I don't want children. Well, what do you want? Work is too hard. I don't want to work. I want the soft life. Okay, don't work then. Don't have children. Don't work. I want the soft life. Okay, well, I guess you got to be beautiful. If you're going to be someone's that cat, you got to be beautiful. I don't want to be beautiful. Why should I have to be beautiful? Okay, be smart then. Be smart. Maybe you can entertain someone who's going to give you money, even though you don't have a job, you're not going to have children, you're not beautiful, for the fact that you're smart. I don't want to be. Why should I have to get an education? Okay, you absolute narcissist. Instead of seeking to be worshipped, learn to worship yourself and understand yourself so you don't demand it from others, so that you have a sense of worship. Maybe not even yourself, maybe the world. The world. I've been talking on my TikTok lately about mothering. Why?
I think they even take it a step further. They have taken it a step further, is that they want a man who gives them money, but at the same time they want to be feminist, they want to be independent, they want to be able to work, but at the same time they don't want the guy to demand, kids. They also want the guy to accept sexless relationships. It's like they want it all. It's like, give me money, pay my bills, but don't expect nothing from me because I'm a woman, because I can do what I want. I mean, if this woman doesn't get attacked for speaking this truth, I mean, I'll be very surprised. They want it all at the same time. But as men, we have to learn that, hey, listen, you're not going to be rich at 21 unless you're lucky. But at the same time, you're going to have to put in some work. It's like, as men, you have to make a choice. Either you're going to be home with the kids or you're going to go out and work. But women want to be able to be home with the kids, be able to have a career, be able to have a rich man who lets them do what they want, but who's also loyal, who also doesn't hold them accountable, who doesn't require them to cook, who also doesn't like sex. Oh my gosh, she is cooking. Let's go.
On earth are you always mothering someone else's grown-up son when the world is in dire need of feminine energy and a feminine touch? There are so many kitties, puppies, children, turtles and everything, trees and plants that need nurture. But yet no, you want to control Jonathan. You want to control Jonathan and make sure he eats his soup. He is fine. He's a grown man. Okay? Stop wanting to be worshipped like a goddess and become a goddess first, okay? Truth number 4. Women crave to be chosen, but refuse to have a spirit of sharing, okay? Women hate other women, and they won't admit it, okay? The biggest question, one of them I get, is female friendship, okay? I have an ability. I don't know how I've cultivated it, maybe because I've got a good relationship with my mum, I don't know, to have female friendship. A lot of women don't. Even down to the fact that women who make content about, let's say, self-improvement will talk constantly about someone copied me, I don't care. It's about the message. I saw Shira7, who is Chef's Kiss amazing. I don't know all of her message, but just how she conducts herself. She got told, oh, somebody's copying your content. She goes, babes, I don't care. I am living my life and it's about the message. The message is out there. I'm happy. I feel the same way. Copy my content if you want to. Go for gold, my friend, because I'll always be moving and pivoting anyway. And then my message gets shared, okay?
Women don't really like each other. Especially if it's a big group of friends. They're always fighting. They usually break up. It's very hard to find women who have been friends for so long, for even more than 5 years. They usually change friends. Oh, she talked about me, or she took my boyfriend, or this and this. And I think the issue is because they usually all want the same kind of man. If 2 women are friends, chances are they have the same type of man. If not, at least out of the 10 things they want in a man, they share 7. And usually this is the most important thing. It's either the, handsome, tall guy, the rich guy. So if one of them gets that type of guy, the other woman is going to try to sabotage the relationship because she's thinking, why is my friend who I have been spending time with now spending time with a man? So that man is bad. He's taking away from my friend because now I can't spend time with my friend, right? The other option is she's jealous because the friend got the type of man she has always wanted, so she's going to be jealous. She may even try to sleep with a guy, and then they're going to break up. Or the friend may never find out that the friend slept with a man. Before she knows it, she's pregnant. So women don't really like each other. So she's right. And but the biggest surprise for me is that finally some women are speaking up. So in fact, from this video, I believe she's going to lose a few subscribers. Because women claim to support each other, but when it comes to revealing the truth, then the sister code is not as strong. But a shout out to this lady. It's 10 truths. I just wanted to cover at least the first 4 so you guys can agree or disagree. I'll put the link down below to her channel so you guys can go finish the rest of the 6. All right, next we're gonna go to this podcast. It's like another pop the balloon. It's not a let's pop the balloon, but they were having like a reunion. So let's get into it.
So something else. Why is it do you think that it's an insecurity of a man if he wants you to not be so revealing with your attire?
I do not think that that's an insecurity. I completely understand when a man wants you to be completely covered up. Because somebody told me back then, you can wear a turtleneck from all the way up here, all the way to the floor, and still get that type of attention that you want. So it's not about that. I think that for me, I'm in love with myself, and I'm sorry if I'm too confident about that, but I just love to put it on. And I love for my man to put it on. Like, we gotta, we look good. I want you to feel good eternally. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Okay.
It's a big world out here, we could take over the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I'm coming. Like, but I definitely feel like I know how to do both.
Okay.
I know how to do both.
I got a question for you.
Please
So
ask.
if you wearing something and your man like, y'all finna go on a date and he like, that dress a little too short, that's a little too much skin. I'm gonna need you to go change.
I'm gonna go change because it's whatever he say.
Okay.
He okay. I love it. One thing about it, I have my own opinion. I'm very confident, but I love to be dominated. I'm sorry. Like I'm a very submissive woman. And if my man said take it off, I'm taking it off. If he say put it on, I'm putting it on. So yes, it's whatever he say.
Yeah, but very few men are gonna tell you to walk out naked at the end of the day because they know other men are looking. But for you to say you feel confident when you are walking out almost naked, I don't know if that makes much sense. That just lets me know wherever you grew up with, whatever morals your dad, that's if you grew up with a dad, whatever morals your mom instilled in you are not right. Like, as a woman, you shouldn't have to get naked or to be almost naked for you to feel secure or to be confident. Because whatever you show, people are going to look. So if you only feel confident because other people are admiring your naked body, for me, that's a red flag.
Follow the rules.
I got a question
I
too.
like to follow the rules.
What do turtleneck
Go
mean?
ahead,
I
Marcus.
had a question.
Yeah.
So, let's say, the girls want you to go out. They
Yeah.
invited you out to a concert or to
Okay.
the club, whatever. And your man just like, I don't want you to go. Are you gonna still go or are you gonna just stay
It
home?
just depends on how the sex was. Like, I feel
Depends
like
on the sex.
because I feel like
It doesn't depend. It doesn't
I
depend.
imagine if I'm going out with my girls, he gonna want to have sex. I mean, most men do. When you're in a relationship, they, I don't know.
Oh,
It's
Lord.
the thing. Maybe I can't speak for everybody,
Jesus.
but I feel like some men they gonna want to have sex with that girl before they go out. Because when we go out, we go out. But if my man say, it just depends on how in love I am with you. Like, you gotta, you know what I mean?
So why are you with a man that you can't listen to? Why are you with a man that you have to judge the type of sex he has with you before you decide if you can listen to him? Guys, isn't it this crazy? Am I tripping? She said listening to a man telling her what to do depends on what type of sex they had. Guys, we are cooked. I'm losing hope.
Idea would say if your man asks you not to go out, are you gonna A, say yes, I'm still going, or no, baby, I'm not
I
going
can't
because you
answer
don't
that.
want to?
I'm sorry.
You just said though, whatever my man say, I'm gonna do.
Then I can't answer because it depends on how I feel at the moment.
She answered.
So it depends on the sex, right?
No,
so if it says good, you gonna stay.
So it depends on the feelings. It's not because he's saying something that is right or logical, something that will benefit her, something to protect her. It depends on the feelings, on how she feels. So why am I going to deal with someone whose choices are just based on feelings?
Yes.
I'm
If, if it's trash that night, you just gonna be like,
No,
I'm out
I'm
of here.
not saying last week, and you telling me you ain't gonna sit in the house?
Maybe they came off wrong, but
I'm just
I
saying.
feel like it just depends on my mood. I feel like if I've been working all week, like I work 16 hours
Okay.
in a day. So if I feel like I need to get out so I can like breathe and go have a drink with my girls, then I need you to understand. I just feel like my man wouldn't tell me like no, because he like we already like this. You know what I'm saying? We already won.
So you think that your man wants you around random men while he sits at home? Your man is going to
Good
work,
question.
paying the bills, the rent, the electric, the water, and when he asks you not to go somewhere, you say no. I'm still going because I feel like it.
And that's where your mind is. That's
Oh, I just asked you a
I
question.
know you did, and I'm
I
gonna
just
answer
asked
it.
you.
That's where your mind is. See, the issue is with you. You literally
With
and
me.
no,
She
no,
didn't
no,
answer the
because
question.
I
No,
feel
this
like
is a men thing.
this is a
Men
man
don't want
thing.
their women
I don't feel
around
like
multiple men that they don't know drinking
I'm going out with
and
my
just doing.
girls.
Well,
Oh,
go.
Lord.
It
You need
doesn't
to
matter.
be single
Well,
and pay your own rent.
I
You can
just
pay your own electric.
Facts.
Pay your own water.
Jesus.
And you can pay for everything else you got going on.
that's not an issue.
But just go.
It's not an issue
It
at all, my
definitely
love.
is. Miss, I
It-
worked 16 hours and now I
yeah,
need a
I
mental
do.
break.
Proudly,
You
very
could definitely
proudly.
sit at the house and just follow directions. You wouldn't have to deal with that.
Follow
See, you
direct.
too possessive.
Oh, Lord.
Possessive.
Yeah.
How is it possessive? You see what they do? When a man says what he wants, sets boundaries, he's possessive, he's controlling. When they say what they want, oh no, it's my preference, I'm never gonna settle. Like, which man wants his woman out there with other men and he's not around? What if something goes wrong? Now you're gonna have to call me, hey baby, some man tried to touch me, come save me. Hey baby, I'm too drunk, come pick me up. When literally I told you, don't leave the house, it's not safe or something. Because your girlfriends are not going to protect you the way I want to protect you. Your girlfriends are not going to look out for you, especially if they're also out there looking for men. It's not guaranteed when a rich man approaches one of your girlfriends, she's not going to just leave you out there. You know, just because you're not out there looking for men doesn't mean your girlfriends are not looking for men. And let's say you get drunk. I'm not there to protect you. And then you're going to scream, oh, black men don't protect us. How can I protect you if you left me at home and I told you don't go out? And then at the same time, you want me to pay the bills, but you can't listen to me?
No, he said he said he was possessive though, remember?
He is.
Yes.
You are. You
I
are
definitely
possessive.
am.
And you want your woman to sit at home.
My
and not
woman
talk
doesn't have
nobody,
to sit
and
at
you
home.
want the turtleneck.
She
female.
doesn't
You
have
want her
to
be
sit at home.
quiet, and
Okay.
you want her to not just sit under a rock. That's
can
what
I
you
ask you a
give her.
I'm gonna let her
husband or
talk.
wife?
I'm gonna let
I
her
was gonna
talk.
ask that
Well, I was
question
gonna
too.
ask you a question.
I was gonna let her talk. but
Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
because she was still going, so I was going. Yeah, go ahead.
I just think that we two different people. You
Yeah.
like what you like. I like what I like. But to conclude your question, my man's not gonna say no to me.
Okay. Do you have one now?
I sure don't.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord. Jesus.
Point proven.
Exactly. Because if you claim your type of man would be okay with you not listening to him and doing whatever you want because, miss, I work 16 hours a week, no, 16 hours a day, you would have a man. If there are so many men who are okay with that kind of thing, you would have one right now. Now, because, I can tell she's a thick, chocolate sister. So most guys will be okay with it. But she doesn't have one. Clearly, either her standards are delulu or the men also have standards and they don't accept what she has to say.
I got
What's your question, D?
I had kind of forgot. Let me elaborate.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going. It's crazy.
So, how was your last relationship? Like, why did you break up?
Hold on, let me get to him. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So Marissa,
Yeah.
still on you.
Yes.
Okay. Something else that happened behind the scenes. Everybody good. Everybody good.
Yeah.
Something else that happened behind the scenes was that said that you and Lance got a little flirty with each other, like you hugged him at the end.
Which one?
Don't lean back.
Put me in
Liz.
it.
Which one? Liz.
Mr. Quiet.
What's up with that? Was it anything progressed from
I
that?
don't know. I just thought he was handsome. I just wanted to give him a hug.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Lance, how you doing?
I'm trying to be quiet. I ain't nothing
Now
my
you need to
business.
start talking
I
out.
wasn't even on that show. I just
You
showed
gotta
up on
start
it all
talking
day.
now. You've been quiet. Now it's time to talk.
Okay.
All right, so Lens, you were pretty intentional, like during the intake call when you was getting vetted, saying the things that you wanted in a woman, and the reason why you wanted to try the pop the balloon experience, to seek, that potential partner out there, right? Um, so you handsome, you know you handsome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But do
I
you
try to
think
stay humble though.
you
Yeah.
try to?
Yeah.
Okay, but are you like misleading, right? Women with your looks, words, and charm.
You know, I feel like if a woman like my looks, they really gonna like my personality.
Do you think
You
you're
know.
intentionally dating for sure?
I do need to get some counseling on being in a monogamous relationship for sure. I will be honest. I think I am intentional and I'm pretty open, but you know, at this point in my life, I am kind of having fun. I ain't gonna lie. I've been single for like 8 months now, so I'm not really trying to rush into a relationship. But if I meet the right woman, yeah, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna
But that's a
definitely
little
be like
different than
He looks like he gets lots of women. So, and that's the thing. Like, most women would rather be with him, knowing exactly what he just said, that he's not down for monogamy and being committed to one woman. Most women would rather be with him than with an average guy, because I think he's a pretty looking good guy, like better than the average, right? So you guys know what I mean. So most women would rather be with a guy who says he's not into monogamy than with a nice guy who wants to be with one woman. Unfortunately, that is the truth.
what you had said.
I am looking for my wife. I mean, I ain't gonna never not say I'm looking for my wife. Because if I see her, you know, I'm gonna move on it, for sure.
All right. So what happened when you dated someone friend that did the show? You dated her friend. You tried to date her
Oh,
too.
no. Okay.
What happened?
All right. Dang. Okay. So she caught me at the wrong time, I will say. So I was in a club. I was probably about like 6 drinks in. You know, I was a little drunk. So you know, the DJ was like, "Oh, this girl want to talk to you." I'm like, "Okay." So then a girl came up to me and was like, "Oh, you know, my friend want to talk to you." And I'm so drunk, so I'm like, "Okay, this girl don't want to talk to me." But long story short, I was like, "What's up with you?" You know, because you came up to me. So and it was her friend. So she was like, "Nah, I can't talk to you or whatever," you know. And then she was with 3 girls. She was with 2 other girls, and the other girl, I was pretty much in her inbox for years on Facebook. So that wasn't the girl that came up to me though. So it was 3 of them all together. So long story short, I ended up taking the other one on a date or whatever, because I didn't think that, you know, me and Tanisha had anything going for real, you know. And then, you know, the other friend found out and was like, "Nah, I ain't mess with you. You know, my friend Tanisha trying to talk to you." So that's what happened. You know, me and Tanisha ain't really had no full conversation, nothing like that. But
Oh, so sounds like she got jealous, and that happens too many times. A guy could literally try to talk to a girl, "Hey, I want to take you out and get to know you," and he finds her attractive, and then she will reject him. And then the moment she finds out he talked to a friend, she gets mad. It's like, you rejected me for all these years. Now you're mad that I'm moving on, and it so happens that I like your friend too. You rejected me, so why? You don't think I'm your type. You don't think I'm the kind of guy you want. So I have every right to talk to whichever woman I want. If it so happens that one of those women is your friend, it is what it is. And then now they get jealous. They want you to they want to reject you, and they want their friends to reject you as well. Cock blockers.
I will admit I wasn't wrong in that situation. You know, you live and you learn.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And then last for you, Lance. Lance, I'm sorry. The viewers felt like when you were discussing what would your ex say, what is something bad that your ex will say about you? You just said doing chores.
Yeah.
So we got your ex here. She gonna tell the truth? Gonna go get the ex? You gonna get the ex?
She'll probably-
You all right?
Wait, what?
I was gonna say.
Why are they putting on this hot set?
Real messy, bro.
He's messy. They are bringing out his ex to talk about his situation. This is messy. This is crazy.
Boy, you talk about some of his mind back there too.
Oh,
Anyway, what you hold it back? We just playing, y'all. We just playing. What you
I
hold it
will
back?
admit, maybe I am a little addicted to sex. You know what I'm saying? I do need to get some counseling with just being addicted to
You
sex.
don't need no.
I kind of got to wonder.
Wait, why y'all laughing at?
There's nothing wrong with that. It's like whatever men like, women are making it so wrong. It's like no woman ever says I'm addicted to money. Or no woman ever says I'm addicted to a provider man. No one ever says I'm addicted to a man who calls me every day and brings me flowers. Like whatever women like, it's okay. But when a man likes something, now they want you to go for therapy. Or you like sex too much, go to therapy. Or what are other things? Or your standards are too high, go to therapy. Oh, you don't like single moms, go to therapy. Like, you don't need to go to therapy just because you like sex. Now, if you're saying that you watch porn because you're addicted to sex, okay, now that's a different. But liking sex because you're in a relationship, I don't think that's an issue.
You was a man.
I'm working on myself. I'm working on myself.
Oh, what you mean, like with one woman? Or
Yeah, I'm
like
trying.
just
I'm trying to. You know, I know
stray?
that's the
You
right
stray a
thing
lot.
to do. Huh?
You say you stray a lot?
What you mean? What you mean by that?
Like you cheat a lot? That's what you mean by being addicted?
I think that I've matured enough at this point to where, like, I know I'm not gonna get in a relationship if I'm a cheat. You know, I have cheated in the past. I will admit I have cheated in the past, but I feel like in the future
He shouldn't be saying
you know,
all
if you
this.
got enough
Like, he's too open. It's not gonna help his cause. Like, I don't know why men get baited into telling all their business. As a man, some things you gotta keep as a secret, because now people can read you like a book. As a man, there's some things about you that you shouldn't tell nobody, but especially women, because they're gonna judge you regardless, whether it's something good or bad. It's just like a man telling a woman his whole bank account and savings. She's gonna judge you, good or bad. She's gonna judge you.
character to change yourself. I feel like if you don't get in a relationship, you shouldn't cheat. You know, so that's just my outlook on it now.
Do you just think you just want 2 girlfriends?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but
That's what I'm saying.
but
Why
ain't
you
nobody
just don't
trying
say you just want
But
2 girlfriends?
realistically, ain't no woman trying to share. If
Yeah,
you really,
bro,
if you really like that, a woman ain't trying to share.
Yeah, they will. If you taking care of the
From my
house,
experience,
bro, they will share you.
From my experience, no, it ain't
Yes,
working
they
like
will, bro. They sharing you unwillingly anyway. Oh God.
Oh wow.
They sharing you unwillingly anyway. How you gonna say that they won't share you willingly and you taking care
That's
of
two
both
different
of
things.
them?
Willingly and unwillingly is two different
Just
things.
tell them. They already know what's going on anyway. They probably just waiting on you to say it.
You know, I just
Most
don't.
women know that they man messing with another woman. Oh Lord.
And
They
even
That don't mean they're okay with it.
They okay
They don't know that
They
does not mean
okay
they're okay
with it
with
as
it.
long as, for one, she ain't
He
calling my
provides.
phone. For two, she ain't beating my door
No,
down. For three, I don't know who she is or whatever else is going on.
Facts.
Now
No, that's so not
now
true.
you got a woman
you're
who
okay
knows
with
her
your woman
man.
having a double life too?
No, because she's not me. I'm
Oh,
a
wow.
man and she's a woman.
my
And we live
God.
by different rules on this planet Earth.
Facts.
Oh.
Bro, that's true. And if you say that we don't, then when you go home and you got a daughter and a son, tell them to go by the same rules.
Facts.
I guarantee you don't tell your daughter she live by the same rules.
Facts.
You want to know
Well,
why?
I actually have
'Cause it's
2
not.
boys, so I don't worry about
You
that.
would never
first of
tell
all.
your boys that they can do the same things that
No,
a
I'm
girl-
not. But
exactly.
for you
Why
to
not?
think that it's okay,
But you just said
the
we live by
stuff
the
that's
same
coming
rules.
out your mouth is crazy to me. That's all I'm saying.
It's only crazy to you because of the
It is
world that you
crazy,
live
and
in.
I do agree with her. Where you saying you're possessive, like I want to see the type of woman that you have dated. Like I'm.
The type of woman that listens to him. I mean, what you
Type of
mean?
women that
I
I
don't
date,
feel like you have dated a dominant woman because me personally,
Why would
the
he?
way you
dominant
talking back
women.
there,
I would have been got rid of a dominant woman thinking she's gonna tell me
yeah,
what to
that's.
do.
And I would have
I'm
been
getting
got,
rid of
but I
anything.
would have been got rid of you with
But
the type of
I get a
attitude you
soft,
got.
feminine woman that ain't gonna talk
You-
back to me every
yeah,
time she get
I
asked.
know, with low self-esteem,
Exactly.
that want to
Well,
be
then
with
keep
you.
paying your own rent
I know, and I love it.
and pay your own.
Exactly.
Fine.
I love
The
it.
women that
And
are
a bad,
that
I'm a
don't
bad
talk
with
back, you
and
know what
do
they
it.
doing? They living wonderful
With my
lives
all, and I live wonderful, free, single,
and going
house,
to work
car,
every day.
and it doesn't matter. And working my businesses too. I love.
It matters because they want a rich man to come in, pay all their bills, accept their kids, but they also want the rich man to listen to them being loud, being aggressive, not feminine, not submissive, being dominant with him. It's like, why am I going to pay all your bills and then listen to you talk and talk and talk and talk? He's right. Because the whole, oh, I pay my bills, I'm good. No, she would rather not pay bills and have a man do that for her. But she's trying to, save face.
Love what I do. So you saying work a job, that's nothing to me. I'm a woman that definitely stumps her feet. So you saying something about a job, that's nothing to me. Right now, at this point, I have 3 jobs.
Yeah.
So the way you talk and saying something about women being single, I'm okay with that.
That's fine.
I'm okay with that.
Ain't nobody wrong. Ain't nobody getting mad at y'all for being single.
No, I'm
we
not
just
mad
telling you
at
why
all.
you are.
Right, but why
Why are you single?
Bro.
He's single because of women like you. If he keeps running into the loud, dominant, aggressive, I'm independent, accept my kids type of woman, of course he's going to be single. What kind of deal is that? Now, because at the end of the day, you still want him to pay your bills. That's not a good deal for any man.
I'm single because that ain't even that. It's like I got my picks, but it's like Ain't nothing really to pick for real right now. If I wanted a girlfriend and I really just wanted to pick any, you could be my girlfriend. You could be my girlfriend. You could be
So
my
you trying
girlfriend.
to be in a polygamous relationship?
It ain't even that.
So you
I'm at the
like
point
how
right
so
now.
you're
Money.
the catch.
I'm money. Yeah, I'm definitely the catch.
Oh, okay.
Especially
All
in
right.
my age bracket. Praise God.
So let me say this. I mean, how
He's
many
talking that
PlayStations
shit.
have you bought?
I done bought a lot of them, and Xboxes, and
Yeah.
GameCubes, and Wii's, all types.
Because you mentioned that with a passion.
Man, look, it's something that we all done went through. We all just don't speak on it.
Speak
We
on it.
all done dated women with kids, and we all done got the short end of the stick. It's just we
Facts.
all deal with it in different ways. Some of us speak out on it, some of us don't. They always get the bigger end.
Some
of
of
the
the
stick.
stuff that you
Please
said,
let him
I
talk,
feel like
let
you're
him talk.
talking out of hurt for
Go
that's
ahead.
just me.
Go
I ain't
ahead.
talking out of hurt. You see that these
Well,
men
that's
ain't
just what
disagreeing.
I think.
Then why don't one man disagree with?
Because you're the only person talking, really,
Do
to be
any
honest.
man disagree with what I have said so far? Speak now. If you do, it's fine.
Hey, don't put me in this.
No, I'm for real. I said any
Hey,
man.
I'm
staying
out the way. Hey, I'm staying out of this one.
Yeah, and this is the issue. Most men don't want to speak up. Most men are afraid of one being canceled. Most men are afraid of speaking up about their experiences with black women because number two, they probably have a baby mama. They don't want to be put on child support. But also other men don't want to speak up because they fear if they speak up, they won't get no pussy. All the women will leave them. Because think about the men who are in sexless relationships, the men who are in sexless marriages. They don't speak up because society and even other men will look at them like you're a dummy. Why would your woman refuse to give you pussy? You're a weak man. So that's why most guys are scared of speaking up, and these are the guys back here. There's only one man who's speaking up. They feel what he feels. They have experienced what he has experienced, but they fear speaking up.
I'm staying out the way on that.
You
So
know,
yeah, some of it is
if,
legit.
If I'm honest,
I'm ready for this.
I'm with him, but I'm not with him. Let me tell you why I'm with him. Some of the things that he's saying makes sense, but I think that when you get with the right woman, you guys communicate, then everything can go the way he's saying.
Love it.
So like I think he's referring to a submissive woman. And I think that you have to communicate with the woman on a certain level to find out if she is submissive, and then he'll get everything he's talking about. But
No. I disagree with him. The way women say a real man will provide, a real man is a provider, is a natural born provider and protector. A real woman should be naturally submissive. I shouldn't ask her to be submissive. I shouldn't have to ask her to communicate. Hey, please, my queen, will you submit to me? Please, my queen, will you be feminine? Because she's not going to do the same thing for me when it comes to providing. She just expects me to provide. Like no woman goes on a date with a man and she's going to beg him to pay for the date. She just expects you to do it, to know what your role is. The same thing for a man. Men shouldn't have to go out here begging and communicating and asking for femininity and submission. No, I disagree.
he's not dealing with submissive women. He's just dealing with, I don't know. I'm dealing with women that's manipulative. Like women nowadays, they only want to be submissive when it fits them. They'll be submissive when we going on trips and when I'm paying the rent and whenever their car break down and getting it fixed and whenever everything else is going good. When I tell you to go to the club, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You submissive whenever you want to be. Whenever I tell you to do something you don't want to do, now you're no longer submissive.
Ooh.
That's not going for me.
Yeah.
It's not going for
I can't lie to you. He got some truth in that.
That's true. That's true.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
He's cooking.
But what I noticed, I'm noticing that more so in the generation that came before me, the 30 and down. The ones that's around my age and up, they're a little better. But you know,
that's a lie. All of them. Because feminism has been around for almost 40, 50 years. So it's not just the younger generation. It's just not the older generation. Because the older generation raised the current type of women that have the same mindset. So it's all of them. But what do you guys think? I know you guys want me to continue playing the video, but I'll do you a favor. I want to put the link down below for this channel so you guys can go complete the video. But till then, peace.